I got the Erev Shabbos, everybody. It's Shabbos Kodesh Parshas Emor coming up. It's been almost 2 months now that we've been out of shul. We have not met together in Old Tefillah, and it's been a long time. And I want to share some of my thoughts on my hergation with you. To be honest with you, when this whole craziness started, and I just didn't believe that they were going to close the shuls down, and then with a community-wide agreement to close the shuls down, I was kind of shocked, and maybe I was delusional. I thought, okay, it's going to be a couple weeks. Maybe they're going to keep it closed till after Pesach. I did not dream that it would last this long. But to be honest with you, I'm going to be totally open. I wasn't as devastated as some other people that I heard at the time. I heard Rabbanim crying about the Armenian Hishmei Rabbos that are going to be missed. And I was thinking to myself that, I guess I'm not on that high a level. I wish that I could. I wish I could feel the same way that they're feeling. But outwardly, I was, saying how terrible it is. I can't say I really felt the sadness inside. And in a certain way, the davening at home, in a certain ways, was geschmack. Waking up after the seder, not having to worry about rushing to shul, and the Shabbos morning davening, relaxed, and I'm davening with my kids at our own pace, and my little kid is the Bal Tefillah, and there are certain things that are nice about it, able to pay some more attention to Psukei de Zimra. So inside, I was, okay, I could do this for a little while. This is the way that Rebbe Shalom wants me to daven for now. But as time is going on, I'm really just starting to miss davening in shul. It's okay, enough already. The joke's over. I want to get back to shul. And then this week I was looking at the Chafetz Chaim on the Parsha, and as I'm reading what he says on Pasuk, it brought tears to my eyes. In this week's Parsha it says, "V'loisachalu Hashem kadshi v'nikdashti b'seich b'nei Yisrael." I will become kadosh amongst b'nei Yisrael. Don't be mechal the Beis Hamikdash and kadshim. But the Zohar says that from this pasuk we learn out that there is a mitzvah saseh, that anybody who says Kaddish or Kedusha is mekayim the mitzvah saseh of v'nikdashti b'seich b'nei Yisrael. And the Chafetz Chaim says, therefore, it's a chayv gadol on everybody to daven 3 times a day in a shul, b'roivam hadras malach, with a lot of people. It says chiyuv, and it's leman higdil kaved shema yisbarach. And the Chafetz Chaim goes on to say, v'yadua his harachamim. It's known the rachamim that is created, l'mayla, up above, like the Emor and Bracha says, b'shasha yisrael nechnas l'batei chniyasis u'batei midrashis v'oinin yehei shmei hagadim avarach. When people come in and they say yehei shmei Rabba, HaKadosh Baruch Hu menanei roisha, HaKadosh Baruch Hu shakes his hand and he says, Ashrei HaMelech Shem HaKalsin Oiseh bebeisai kach malu av shegos banu. HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, I am so fortunate that I have my children coming to the Beis Knesset and they say yehei shmei Rabba. And it's really reaching the point where I'm missing the Almenia Hishmei Rabba, and it's difficult. I just want enough already of davening at home. I want to go to shul. I want to sing L'Chadaydi along with everybody. I want to sing a Mimkaimcha with everybody. I want to say Hishmei Rabba. But the Rabbi Shalom decided that it's not ready. We're not ready to go back to shul yet. And it's particularly difficult now because I'm sure everybody's heard, there has been a lot of chatter, and there was a thought to open the shul for this week. There was a lot of politics in the community. Less said, the better. But the bottom line is that the hashkacha is that the shul should not be open this week. So we have to go on more without the Yehei Shmei Rabbah and with the avodah of davening at home and the avodah of being home. This is a historic time and a unique time in our life, hopefully the only time where we're going to have this Avodah. And I think that a lot of people started off at the beginning of this whole thing, taking advantage of this time and trying to up their level of Avodas Hashem and up their whole level of conduct. And then as time drags on, just get used to it, and that initial hisayrus wears off. On Yom Kippur, I've always noticed that in the beginning of Yom Kippur, Kol Nidre night, everybody's very motivated and the davening is very geschmack. Then, even on Yom Kippur, which is just 24 hours, it wears off as the day goes on. And then at the end, by Ne'ilah, everybody gets very motivated again. And I feel like this whole lockdown could be looked at in the prism of a Yom Kippur, where in the beginning everybody had a lot of Osiris, and then everybody's got used to it, and we're at the point where we are now, where I don't think that people are really motivated to really make every day count. But Rabbi say, I believe that we're in the stage of Ne'ilah. I believe that within a couple of weeks, we will be back to shul. We'll slowly start getting out of this lockdown. And now is the time to take advantage of this unique opportunity. This might very well be, will hopefully be the only time in our life where we're going to have this unique opportunity, the avodah of this unique time. And now is the time, like by Ne'ilah, we say you got to do it now. It's now or never. Soon it's not going to be Yom Kippur anymore. Soon it's not going to be Corona lockdown anymore. So now's the time to take advantage. The pasuk says, in this week's parsha, we have about the Yom Tovim. And we have the pasuk of Elokatim lechem b'yom rishon pri Etz Hadar. We have the mitzvah of taking an esrog on Sukkos. The Chofetz Chaim says a beautiful mashal about the esrog. He says a mashal as follows: there was this guy, very very wealthy individual, and his daughter got married to a big Talmid Chacham. And he's trying to think, what could he buy his son-in-law for a present? He's like, I know that the stuff that I appreciate, a fancy watch or something, my son-in-law is not going to appreciate. What's he going to appreciate? So he goes to shul, he asks around, what could I buy for my aid of my son-in-law, who's a big Talmid Chacham? And somebody there says to him, I'll tell you what they really appreciate. Go to the big town, go to the big city, and buy himself a beautiful esrog. The Talmidei Chachamim, they really appreciate having a good esrog for Sukkos. So the guy says, okay, it sounds like a good idea. He goes to the big city. He spends 1,000 ruble to buy the best esrog that there is in the entire city. He managed to scour it around. He found the ones that were even off the market, paid 1,000 ruble for the most beautiful esrog. He's on his way back. And on his way back, he stops in a town. So somebody asks him, another gevir, asks him, what are you doing here? What are you traveling? He told him the Gansamais. He told him the whole story. He went to the big city to buy an esrog. So the friend says, can I see the esrog? He shows him the esrog. He says, the friend says, the other gevir says, I also have a son-in-law. I want to buy the esrog from you. He says, no way. I don't need your money. Finally, the guy nudged him. Finally, he said to him, listen, you paid 1,000 ruble for it. I'll pay 750 for half the esrog. Give me half the esrog for 750. Now you could go. You bring your son-in-law half of the most beautiful esrog, and you only pay 250 ruble for it. The guy says, okay, sounds like a good idea. Splits it. He comes back to the town. He presents his son-in-law with half of this most beautiful esrog, and the son-in-law takes it and throws it on the ground. So what are you doing? He says, the esrog needs to be a complete esrog. It could be the most beautiful esrog in the world. If it's not a complete esrog, it's worthless. I get nothing out of it. I'd rather have a simple esrog that's complete than a beautiful esrog that's only half an esrog. Says the Chofetz Chaim, the esrog is a mashal to our Avodas Hashem, to a yid. We have to be a shalim. A shalim means we have to be complete in our avodah bein adam l'makom, serving Hashem, and our avodah bein adam l'chaverei, at how we conduct ourselves with our spouses, with our children, with our parents. This time is a unique time to work on ourselves. Everybody knows what they have to work on. Some people are excellent bein adam l'chaverei, but their bein adam l'makom is lacking. They haven't taken the opportunity to use this time for a deliberate davening, to work on their davening. Some people are great with their davening and their learning, but they lose their temper, or they don't reach out to people that would appreciate being reached out to. Whatever it might be, they talk lashon hara, whatever it might be, bein adam l'chaverei. Let's take the lesson of the esrog, and let's use these last weeks, hopefully not too many days of this lockdown, to make ourselves an adam hashalim, a complete person. Work on. Everybody knows what it is that we have to work on. Let's make ourselves complete. Let's be able to look back at this time and say that we took advantage of it. And if we do take advantage of it, then we don't have to be sad that we're missing out on the Yehei Shmei Rabbis, as sad as it is, but we can say, true, it was difficult. It was difficult not singing Kedusha together with everybody. But we took advantage of this time so that we came out of it more complete people. And then when we go back, we'll come back as Anoshim Shleimim, as complete people, when we come back hopefully soon to Shul together. Have a great Shabbos.